9 races at Happy Valley on a Wednesday night as we head into the Chinese New Year programme on the weekend. That should be a huge day on Sunday, but we've got Happy Valley all covered for you here first. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Good to have your company. I'm joined by our form analyst in Paul Lally and race caller Mark McNamara as well. And Mark, what have we got in store as far as the 9 races are concerned on Wednesday night at the City Circuit?
Yeah, g'day Andrew. We've got plenty of open races coming up this week. The 1,000 metre race looks a very interesting event again, as long as Kerpenny jumps cleanly. He's going to be a short-priced favourite after a massive performance in defeat last time. And Ken, travel day took, break the maiden before we launch into the year of the ox.
Well, I think he'll have every chance of doing so, but open as always. We'll have a look at that race in due course. Paul, there's a number of interesting first starters. Any jackpots we need to be aware of?
No jackpots for this particular meeting. There are some coming up on Sunday, but none for this meeting. Now, as you say, there's quite a few horses there that haven't raced before, and there's a couple that have raced in overseas jurisdictions, and we have got on the way to sort of Derby paths and whatnot.
All right, we'll tick all those boxes as we go through. 2 jockeys not riding at the meeting, Antoine Hamlin and Matthew Poon as well. They're sitting this one out. Now, before we get into Happy Valley's programme, we need to look back on the action from Sha Tin first in our racing review. Now, we mentioned the Derby before. One of our feature races on the weekend had a couple of horses trying to book their place into the Derby, or certainly continue on that path for Mark. Sea of Life being one of them in the yellow cap there, but it was the Rock who stole the race from the front.
It was beautifully ridden in front by Alexi Bedell. Not entirely sure, Paul, what to make of this race going forward as a form aspect, because it was nothing more than a sprint home. Sea of Life held his spot. Circuit 3 was disappointing as an odds-on favourite, but the Rock led, walked, sprinted home, and that's all he had to do to win. Yeah,
and he did get the win. Now, the aftermath is showing that Circuit 3 was pulled up lame in 2 legs, so there was definitely an excuse for him.
All right, second and third still engaged in the Derby in Conqueror and Arthur's Kingdom, but it was Casper Founds, and very happy Alexi Bedell with the win there with the Rock. What are the highlights on the programme though, Mark?
It was an interesting day of racing, that's for sure, and certainly that last race, it had it all. A massive betting draw between My Sugar and Romantic Combo, and then Silver Express, Paul, loomed up to win and ran inside and out, but it was all about your tipping. Your value bet got home, Trillion win, he went up 9, and your best bet won that last race too. Yeah,
I was lucky to win though, to be fair. That Silver Warrior, if you have a look at that head-on, if you backed him, it's a horror show, because he just wouldn't go straight, would he? If he'd gone straight, he would have won by 3, I think.
Yeah, he'll be back at the trials, I dare say, with some headgear as well. The honours were spoiled in one of the dirt races as well. Dragon Commander and Fairy Floss. One of 3 winners on the programme for Derek Long. He had a fantastic day, did Derek. All right, those were the big winners on the programme. We'll see if we can find you some more, though, with our horses to follow. All right, Paul, you're going back a week. We're back at Happy Valley last Wednesday night.
Yeah, a horse called Mudita here. This is the one, he only had the 2 starts here in Hong Kong. He got all the way back last time. He hit the line really strongly. Now, he was 125 to 1. He won't be getting those odds next time for him. Paul O'Sullivan's horses normally do improve with a run. This was his 2nd run. Hit the line very strongly, and I thought it was a really good run from him. So keep an eye on him, and hit some running second there.
Yeah, and the stable's running to a bit of form as well. Mark, for you, Sha Tin, though.
Last race, this strong field which featured My Sugar leading for home. The Grey Silver Express will zigzag his way up the straight. Romantic Combo, Orange Cap, and behind them is Zhan Ying, just trying to get into some clear air. This was his first start since May. He's trained by Frankie Law. You would imagine there'll be some natural improvement to come out of this, but it was such a strong field and a good racetrack return from him with one of the 2 of these horses nominated for the Derby. They may not get their Romantic Combos being withdrawn from it, but he's gone a very good race first up. I think he'll pay to follow. Yeah,
and Silver Express, look out for him next time. For me, one of the first starters down the straight. Now, the winner of this race, I think, is probably quite smart in Pleasant Endeavour. He comes from a long way back here, but Hurry Hurry Gain was on debut as well. He went off at about 10 to 1. You can notice actually just back in the field as well. Keep an eye on Bella Baby, just in behind the white jacket of United We Stand. He got absolutely no run at all there. So that run itself, you can ignore that. But you can see Hurry Hurry Gain. Now, he trialled well coming into this, but he's moved through nicely, beaten the rest of them. I don't think a win's too far away for him either. All right, they were the horses to follow out of the meeting. As far as suspensions and fines were concerned, well, Neil Callan picked up 3 days and a fine, as did Alex Light and Alfred Chan as well. 3 days for Alfred as well, actually out of that very race that we just looked at. So that brings us about up to date as far as looking back is concerned, as we start to look forward now to Happy Valley's programme. And Game Player Star is out of race number 6. He's replaced now by Happy Warrior. Neil Callan will be on board there. And also Most Welcome is going to be having his first start as well. He's been scratched, unfortunately. His first is Hong Kong start. He's raced overseas. And Carroll Street is replaced by Water Diviner. Alexi Bedell will be in the saddle there. Race 9, number 11. So this is meeting number 45. We're on the B course at Happy Valley, again for the 9 races on the programme, starting off with a Class 4. With which we've got, how many? 5 on the programme. This over the 1,000 metres. Headed by Next Model. Alfred Chan taking £7 off his back from Barry, and I'm sure will roll forward all the same. Capsule King last on debut on the all-weather. Farm Bumper, a 2-time course and distance winner, gets the blinkers on for the first time. Flaming Passion was also last on debut. With money for him though at Chartin. The debutantes, Goodmanship, Lotus Favourites, Lucky One. But UW Brother probably roll forward again despite drawing wide. Barrel 11, Travel Day Took. He's been in great form. He's been placed 4 of his 5 this year, but still looking for that first win. And Star Superior on the quick backup. He finished 4th behind Pleasant Endeavour down the straight on the weekend. Tom Style is the only one of these, Mark, that's been up at Chung Fa in the last 30 days as we check out the speed.
We've got good speed here, Andrew, with Next Model getting across from a wide gate. UW Brother will come over with him. That'll give Lucky One a spot behind the leader, and Travel Day Took into a good spot. Capsule King is the horse that has left around 3 wide outside of Joyful Win. Now, he's gone forward in the past too as Joyful Win. He's drawn barrier 4. Goodmanship Star Superior on the backup. Farm Bumper, who likes the 1,000, and Lotus Favourites his last pull.
Tom Style, well, now he's finally got a barrier draw. He's been wide in his races from the wide draws, but look, he looks really good here in his work. Really stretched out nicely, I thought, earlier on in this piece, and hit the line well. So he looks cherry ripe. Change of jockey as well. Vincent Ho will take over there. Good Manship's one of the first starters. He's had 5 trials to get him ready. He's 11.44 pounds. Douglas White's done most of the work on him, and he's working on him here this particular morning as well. Barry 6, and he will get the apprentice claim as well. And Lotus Favourites, another first starter here. He's had the 4 trials. He's 1,056 pounds, Zach Purden, but he's drawn wide, unfortunately, and likely to get back. Lucky One's the other one. He's had 4 trials. He's 1,085 pounds. He's another one of the first starters.
OK, let's start off with Next Model, who's quite prominent in the market. This is him, Mark, last time out behind the now retired Moment of Power.
He is a winner, Moment of Power. Now, he didn't lead on this occasion, Next Model, and he ends up fading to run 9th. He likes to find the front, and even from an outside draw here, Paul, of 9, a 7-pound claim, he's got that early speed to get across. He's a lot better than this performance, but he hasn't been going great. Haven't got him in, but he wasn't too far outside the top 4.
He does get the claim, which will probably help him, but yeah, his form pattern doesn't look good at the moment, does it?
OK, all right. Travel Day Took best of them here with UW Brother, Joyful Win and Farm Bumper. Could this be the night, Paul?
Yeah, well, I wonder if there ever is going to be one. I thought he had his chance to win here, didn't he? And he was just run down by Simply Fluke, but he's going to have a really good opportunity, I think, from barrier number 3 to do it quite as well. So, yeah, another good run from him. Now, interesting, Farm Bumper is getting blinkers on as well, and he's galloped well with those blinkers on.
He's not going to get too many better opportunities. I don't know how many times we've said that around Travel Day Took, but this is it. There's speed all around him. He's racing well. Simply Fluke's a smart horse. This really is it for him this week.
All right, OK. Travel Day Took. We'll get the final selections in a moment. Of the debutantes, though, Mark, we're looking at Goodmanship here.
Yeah, this is quite a strong trial that he comes out of, and he had some speed to get himself into a spot on the rail. My is in the red. Winner Method, who's won on debut, in the yellow, and Harmony Fire outside them. Again, Paul, of the first starters, they haven't shown a heck of a lot when it comes to the trials going towards race day, but that was a strong field that he comes out of, and he obviously handles Happy Valley. Yeah,
he's had the 5, hasn't he? Look, I haven't got any of the first starters, and I'm happy to watch them all go around.
They're all 20-1 plus at this stage, but it is Travel Day Took who's favourite, Paul. Does he win, or Scott something to beat him?
No, I haven't got him on top. He's hard to put on top of 47 start maiden, but I've got Tom Style. I think with that barrier draw, he's going to go nicely here. Flaming Passion now, he went off 4.5 on debut. Everything went wrong. He got eased out of the race. His work since has been pretty good, and he's got the tongue tie on. So I wanted to give him another chance. He trialled really well before that debut run, then Travel to Took, and then Joyful Win. He's only had 3 starts as well and seems to be improving. 2, 5, 11 and 9.
With the day took to break the maiden, got a bit of time for Simply Fluke, who was able to run him down last time and did it in good fashion. He went down a neck travel day took. He goes on top from a draw of barrier number 3. Alexi Bedell gets on well with him. He's on top to beat number 9, Joyful Win. He has early speed too, which might be able to put himself into a nice spot with speed out wide from UW Brother. Thought he might be able to hang on for third, and Tom Style from a much better draw. 11, 9, 10 and 2.
I'll go with Travel Day Took as well. I think he can get it, and he's current favourite at this stage as well. 3.1 for his first win here in Hong Kong.